All right. Today we're talking hobbies during the COVID and what should we do them together?
Pretty good rock and roll music.
Thank you. Well, I actually handpicked the music for all of this, and by handpick I mean I go to that website that we get our music from, that we pay for, and I pull from it. But I like the rock and roll feel. I'm a '90s rock sort of guy, if you didn't know.
Okay.
And I think you are too, because I've heard a lot of the new stuff, and it's just been awful.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
Yes, in my car, first channel is Pearl Jam radio.
Pearl Jam, solid choice.
Second channel is Tom Petty radio.
All right, I'll let you live with that one.
Third is Lithium.
Lithium, solid choice.
After that,
little Nirvana, sprinkle it in. So the wife has been watching a lot of Hallmark movies lately, and she sees all these couples.
You watch Hallmark movies with her?
I'm in the room.
That's cute.
I'm in the room. It is. She loves them. But she sees these couples in these movies, and they're doing stuff together, and she looks over at me the other night, and she goes, "We should have a hobby together."
Oh.
And I remember looking up from the iPad
Sorry
going,
that happened to you.
Right, and I could hear the gears going like, what kind, what is she going to pick? What kind of hobby are we going to have?
All right.
And she's like, I've always wanted a really nice garden.
Can't have a garden.
I can't have a garden.
You can't plan. Gardening takes planning.
I wouldn't even go out to water the things. I'd have to set up some sort of system that would do it all by itself without me, because I wouldn't even... And I'm terrible. I don't have a green thumb. It's like a black wilted thumb that has fallen off. That is what I have. House plants die when I get near them. But anyway,
plastic ones?
Yes. How they biodegrade, I don't know.
You kill the plastic plants?
But she's like, yeah, we need the hobby. And I only do, I do, and I'll admit, I have one hobby.
All right.
That I do on my own, and that is actual like leather working. So belts, holsters, mouse pads, stuff like that.
Headbands?
Never done a headband, but I did a mask for someone, like a
leather mask,
masquerade mask. Not that kind of leather mask. No, Twip and Jane. No, this is like a Halloween mask.
Wait, where are we going with this?
You should check out the Etsy store.
Where are we going for this?
But just nothing weird like that. Just like a masquerade mask. And it's relaxing because I go down to do that on my own, because when I need to get away from it all. Right. I go down there. I know I can get into a project. I can make a nice mouse pad, or maybe even like a cell phone holder. You know what I mean? Or cover. And I just kind of draw it out, design it, put it together. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you start all over. You know what I mean? Is it me? It's something in the air. But she wanted a together hobby.
Okay. Yeah, but okay. That seems like that to me sounds like a request that I would get from my wife.
Yeah.
And it sounds like your answer was very similar to mine.
Which was
I don't know what that would be.
That's what I kind of. Yeah.
So, I honestly don't know what that would be.
Yeah. I was going through the stuff in my head. I was like, the one thing we haven't done together, we do a lot of walking. And I was like, isn't that a hobby?
Well, we do that.
And she's like, well, that's exercise. And I was like, well, let's get some bikes. Because
I don't want to ride bikes.
And that hurts my butt. There's people who live for it, but I was like, man, I want to get out there. And then when I play video games, I have a tendency to play RPGs, which is kind of a one-sided thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is my favorite sort of game. But I thought about busting out the old Super Nintendo, seeing if we could.
Mario Kart?
Oh, dude, Mario Kart. Mario Party back in the day.
Not as good, but okay.
It wasn't. It's one of those games you can play together.
You have a Wii?
I do have a Wii, and we have Mario Kart on that one. I'm going to bust that back out.
You could do Wii bowling. You could do a bowling league with your wife.
Oh, yeah, and there's the golf game that was on there, which was pretty decent. It wasn't bad. It's not the real thing, but
yeah,
I mean, it gets the golf fix in.
Okay.
Which
I'm wearing blue pants today.
Are you going to head out to the course?
I might.
For you. How come you never take me golfing?
Because you didn't ask.
I have a set of clubs, and I'm mediocre.
Okay. What does mediocre mean?
I can drive pretty far.
Okay.
It's the short game that would probably needs the most work.
I didn't know you golfed.
I do. I have in the past.
I think it was yeah. I don't like social media very much.
I don't blame you.
I'm not a huge partaker.
Yeah.
I used to be, as I think it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave it up for last year.
Yeah, never went back.
And never went back. However, we work at this company where we participate, and you've asked me to participate.
Indeed.
So we make these things, and we don't have a ton of viewers yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we never will. Who knows? Maybe they don't like my blue pants, which is probably a true statement.
Probably me and my hair.
I was reading this article the other day that was talking about the city of golf courses being open. Because if you're on a golf course and you follow, it's possible to go play golf and follow social distancing
rules by a lot.
And so general things like don't stand next to each other. Don't stand next to each other.
Not 6 feet. Don't
pick up each other's clubs or normally
balls,
and they've set it up where the cups are smaller or they don't actually have a hole, and then you're not like. It's possible.
Sure.
Right, it's possible. And I saw this comment underneath it.
Great.
That said something to the effect of making sure. It was very sarcastic and angry pants, but it was something along the lines of as long as rich people have their hobbies or something like that. Now you have to remember that this comment about rich people was this person kind of lashing out at what she perceived as a rich person's game, right?
I don't think it is.
But the city opening up the Denver public courses. If you know anything about the Denver public courses, what I can promise you is that they're not being
exclusive, utilized
by what I would consider rich people.
Very good.
Right? Mm-hmm. So the thing that popped into my head was, I wanted to respond to her, but I don't have way to do so. I was just reading it.
Yeah.
I wanted to respond to her, and actually what I said in my head was right, because when I'm driving on I-70 heading west, right around Harlan, and I look to the north and I see the luxurious Denver public course, otherwise known as Willis Case. I think rich people
all the way.
Or what could be happening at Willis Case is that's where the dude in jorts with his tank top is trying to hit a golf ball
as hard as he can and yelling at his buddies.
Now, if you want to talk about where rich people play golf, right? Like Cherry Hills Golf Club is not open. I think Denver Country Club is open.
I'm not even sure.
I don't even know, right? But like that's where rich people are. They're not at Willis Case, and they're not playing at Kennedy.
No.
Like that's where normal people who have 100 handicaps are playing.
Is golf
because they wear jorts.
Is golf a good sport as a hobby to take up with the spouse?
Now I'm biased because I like playing golf. I've loved playing golf since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Because my dad loved playing golf. We are not rich. We weren't rich.
Yeah.
He used to take me to par threes. The little par 3 course that was really close to our house.
Yeah.
Now, he would play golf with his friends, but then he would take my brothers and I to it was called Milts.
Nice.
Of Milts. Like the longest hole was like 180 yards.
But still, you got
to play. But when you're a kid, that's a long, a big deal.
Forever.
Right? So now, my wife has said to me before that she wants to learn how to play golf. Mm-hmm. Because clearly you can tell that
I play
golf, right? I'm wearing stupid blue pants and a white belt.
I just figured that was your fashion sense.
Well, I mean, I generally I used to dye my hair when I was in college, which is probably why I don't have any left. Partly genetics and partly because I dyed it and shaved it and dyed it.
And shaved it.
I'm just generally like
You got a mighty beard, though.
It's not the nonconform. I wouldn't call myself nonconformist.
Yeah.
It's that I like to push buttons.
Really? Never experienced that here at all.
Right. My beard is long because I made an agreement that I wasn't going to shave.
Hate shaving.
I wasn't going to trim or shave my beard until the statewide shelter in place ended. Now,
30 days.
The statewide one, by the time you watch this, maybe it's over. We have a few days left.
Yes.
I am really, really, really looking forward to it. Now, I understand that counties and cities will do other things, right? generally am in favor of, right? Local governments doing local, accountable to local people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really looking forward to
a shave,
trimming.
Mm-hmm. I can tell.
Trimming, but now my wife
she golf?
has said no. She does not golf. She plays the violin.
You can teach her though. Yeah, she plays the violin very well.
Plays the violin. But she has said that she wants to learn. And so I have shown her a couple of, like, we've stood in the living room, gone outside and like shown her. And she's a perfectionist.
Okay. All right.
And so she's very reticent about trying to learn how to play golf because it's hard.
Got it.
And she wants to be good at it. And so the thing that I said to her was, if I violin, I would be terrible. But if I said to you, can you teach me how to play the violin? The first thing you would say to me is yes.
Yeah.
And it's a long process.
Yeah.
Why
absolutely.
Is this any different? It's different.
It's
this is where, so I think if we were trying to come up with hobbies together, like they can't be athletic in nature, right? Mm-hmm. And I really don't think they could be musical in nature, not because I wouldn't do it, but because she's a professional. What am I going to do? Put pots and pans together and play the drums while she plays the violin? I guess I could record myself doing that.
Yeah, you can sing along. You've got a voice, don't you?
You do not want me singing.
No, I think you can sing.
I could.
You could.
I mean,
would it work though?
I don't know.
I've
asked her to take up drinking. That's a great hobby that I have.
Yeah, it's a together thing. It's a lot of fun.
She's not interested in that. Yeah, I mean, we used to go out to dinner a lot.
Yeah, we did
really
too. No.
But even if we could go out to dinner, we still don't do it as much anymore because after the kid, she developed like these weird food allergies, and now she's gluten free.
Yeah,
so it's not as
weird
fun
stuff.
anymore.
Like right. I tried to. I've always been a clay pigeon shooter. Love that.
I don't think I could get her to pick up a gun.
Oh, so same with my wife. I was like, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a blast.
That's why I said maybe we could take up whittling.
Whittling.
But I don't think my wife would pick up a knife and put her hands that close to wood.
Right. Well, those are the money makers.
She needs her hands.
That's how music. Yeah. Yeah. So it's weird.
So it could be walking.
That's an exercise. That was the argument she gave me. That's not a hobby. That's an exercise. And I thought the one I really thought I could get us into together would be like nature photography, because we could be walking, exercise.
That's a good one.
I would just essentially be the bag man carrying all of her cameras.
Would be. You'd be the Sherpa.
Which is fine. I'm totally cool with that.
All right.
Because it's a together thing. It makes her happy. And, there's a chance we get a couple good photographs out, maybe sell one or two.
Now you're talking about, okay.
Well, that's when it doesn't become a hobby anymore. And then she's like, well, that doesn't I just want to do it for us.
I think you should build a koi pond.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. We'll name all the fish. Expensive, costs too much money. That one's Keith. We're letting him starve. Because that was his idea.
Maybe I'll lose some weight. That'd be awesome. This is a good question. Actually, anybody that's watching that does actually have a hobby with their significant other, yes. I would actually like some ideas.
Please.
Because it does sound like a good idea, and the world is just different.
Right. And
the world is different.
Yes.
And I think that I could benefit, and my wife and I could benefit from some out of the box things I wouldn't think about.
Right.
Right.
Yes, that's what, because I'm always stuck in this idea of what I've already done.
Right.
It's not like I'm
my experience.
You're right.
Most of my life experiences are around athletics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And hers are not. They're around music. Mm-hmm. So we have two little kids. So ideas where maybe we could get the little kids involved. Right. My oldest is 3. She'll be 3. Yeah. She'll be 3 in like a week and a half.
Congratulations.
Special day. So like if there were things that you do that we might be able to do today, not like in the future,
right? As soon as possible,
right? But I'm talking about in an environment where social distancing exists, right? And the lockdown is still in place, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're not talking about things that were normal yesterday.
No,
right?
We need
things
something new
that we could do today. That would be awesome. And then, if you help me with that, I would look like a
genius, a king.
I would give you credit.
Absolutely. So put that in the comments below. We will look that up and we will mention it. And then we may even take some video or pictures of us actually doing that hobby to see if we actually pull it off, because I know I need something. But yeah, that's what, It's a tough one. Hopefully you guys can bail us out because I'm floundering on this one. It's bad, like a fish out of water.
Yeah, you asked me to prepare thoughts, and I clearly brought none to the table.
Just like every week.
Which is fairly normal.
This is what we do.
Fairly normal.
Guys, I'm Josh.
I'm Keith.
This has been My Wife Hates Us. Also, don't forget to check us out at ourcommunitynow.com. Go ahead and ring the bell on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to what we do. It's a lot of fun. We have lots of wonderful stories over at ourcommunitynow.com. There are stories that make you feel good and things that go on in your community. Check it out. But, guys, we appreciate you tuning in for this episode, and we will be back next time with whatever he's thinking about.